What if the quarter in your pocket right now was the very first spark of a collecting revolution that changed how America sees its own history? Imagine holding a small piece of silver-toned metal that carries the thunder of horse hooves across a stormy night in 1776. A coin that whispers of desperate rides, founding fathers, and a nation on the edge of birth. This isn't just any quarter. This is the 1999 Delaware State Quarter. And today, we're diving deep into its hidden power, its forgotten drama, and why it still stops collectors in their tracks. The camera zooms slowly across the coin's surface, light catching every ridge and detail. Close up on George Washington's profile, then the reverse. A lone rider galloping forward, cape flying, urgency frozen in metal. You can almost hear the storm. In January 1999, something magical happened at banks across America. People lined up not for cash, but for these new quarters. The United States Mint had just launched the 50 State Quarters program, and Delaware was first out of the gate. It wasn't just a coin. It was a celebration of the first state, the one that led the way, by ratifying the Constitution on December 7th, 1787. But this quarter doesn't just honor a date, it honors a man and a moment that almost didn't happen. Picture this, July 1st, 1776. The Continental Congress is deadlocked on declaring independence from Britain. The vote is tied. Delaware's delegation needs one more voice. Caesar Rodney, suffering from cancer, exhausted, gets the urgent message in Dover. Without hesitation, he mounts his horse and rides nearly 80 miles through pouring rain and lightning, arriving just in time on July 2nd to cast the deciding vote for freedom. He would later sign the Declaration of Independence. That's the story captured on this coin. And as the camera pans dramatically across the reverse design, you feel the weight of it. The rider isn't just any figure. He's Caesar Rodney, captured mid-gallop, horse muscles straining, determination etched in every line. Inscriptions read, Delaware 1787, the first state, and his name proudly displayed, Caesar Rodney. Below, a pluribus unum. The obverse keeps the classic Washington portrait with liberty, in God we trust, and $quarter. It's elegant. It's powerful. It feels alive. But here's where the real suspense begins. Most people see this coin and think, just 25 cents. They spend it without a second thought. Yet hidden in plain sight are details that turn ordinary finds into collector treasures. Zoom in tight on the horse's mouth. Some 1999p Delaware quarters show a dramatic spitting horse variety, a thin die crack that makes it look like the horse is spitting. It's a tiny manufacturing imperfection that collectors hunt for like buried gold. Values for strong examples can reach hundreds of dollars in high grades. Then there are the mint marks. Look closely at the obverse near the bottom right of Washington's portrait. A small P for Philadelphia or D for Denver. The Philadelphia Mint struck about $373 million, Denver over $401 million. Enormous numbers, right? Yet in perfect uncirculated condition, especially MS-67 or higher, these coins become surprisingly scarce. Top examples have sold for thousands. And then, the proofied versions from San Francisco. Those shimmering, mirror-like coins struck specifically for collectors. With much lower mintages, they carry their own quiet prestige. The script slows for a beat as dramatic music swells. Close-up shots of coins being examined under magnification, fingers tracing edges, eyes lighting up with discovery. What most people miss is how this coin launched a national obsession. The 50 State Quarters program brought coin collecting back into living rooms across America. Kids, parents, grandparents, everyone was checking their change. It reminded us that history isn't locked in museums. It's in our pockets. It's in our hands. Rehook moment. But what if your 1999 Delaware quarter is worth more than you ever imagined? Let's talk real collector value. Honestly, no hype. In circulated condition, these are still worth about 25 to 40 cents. That's reality for the vast majority. But uncirculated examples, MS-65 or better, can bring $5 to $30 or more, depending on eye appeal and luster. Gem condition MS-67 plus pieces are where things get exciting, values climbing into the hundreds or even low thousands for the absolute finest. Condition is everything. That's the secret collectors live by. A coin graded by PCGS or NGC can multiply in value dramatically. Scratches, wear, weak strikes, they all tell a story, but perfection tells a better one. The brilliant, untouched surfaces that look exactly like they did the day they left the mint. Those are the ones that make hearts race at auctions. There's something deeply emotional about holding one of these in top condition. It connects you directly to 1999, the excitement of a new millennium, the launch of a program that got millions excited about American history again. It connects you further back to 1776, to that stormy ride, to the courage it took to build this country. Collectors aren't just chasing dollars. They're chasing stories. They're preserving moments. They imagine the hands this coin has passed through, maybe a child in 1999 pulling it from their first roll of quarters, a veteran remembering service, a teacher using it in class. Every coin has a journey. Another rehook. Imagine finding one with that rare spitting horse error, or discovering your roll of bank quarters contains a pristine gem that's been hiding for 27 years. The visuals shift, montage of people sorting coins at kitchen tables, searching bank rolls, zooming into details under lights, emotional reactions as values are revealed. This quarter also carries subtle design touches worth appreciating. The way the horse's legs are positioned in full gallop, the flowing lines of the rider's clothing, the careful balance of text around the scene. It's not just functional, it's artistic. Engraver William Cousins captured motion and drama in a way that makes you lean in closer every time. Hidden details most ignore. Check the edges. The reeded edge should be crisp. Look for strong strikes where every letter pops. In some cases, slight doubling or other minor varieties add intrigue, though major errors remain rare and exciting finds for specialists. The 50 State Quarters program was a massive success, but 1999 Delaware holds a special place as the pioneer. It set the tone. It proved that circulating commemorative coins could capture imagination on a national scale. Think about the atmosphere of that era. Yari 2K fears mixed with hope. People pulling coins from pockets, examining them under store lights, trading duplicates with friends. There was a sense of shared discovery. This quarter helped reignite that childlike wonder in millions. Pause for emotional weight. What if this small coin represents something bigger? The idea that ordinary objects can carry extraordinary stories, that a single decision like Rodney's ride can change the course of history, and that even today, in our digital world, something as simple as a quarter can still surprise us. For serious collectors, building a set means hunting for the best examples from both mints plus proofs. The emotional attachment grows with each edition. It's not hoarding. It's stewardship, preserving pieces of our shared American story for future generations. Visual sequence, slow cinematic shots of coins in capsules, albums opening, hands carefully placing specimens, light reflecting off surfaces like stars. If you have one of these quarters, take a closer look tonight. Check the mint mark. Examine the condition. Look for that famous spitting horse. You might just have something special. Even if it's worth face value, its real worth is in the story it tells, in reminding us where we came from, in connecting us to courage, determination, and the birth of a nation. The 1999 Delaware Quarter isn't just the start of a coin series. It's a symbol of beginnings, of first steps, of taking action when it matters most. Final emotional payoff, so the next time you get change and see that familiar Washington profile, remember Caesar Rodney racing through the storm. Remember the millions who got excited about history again in 1999. And ask yourself, what other stories are hiding in your pocket right now? What's the coolest coin you've ever found in change? Have you discovered any state quarters with special details? Drop your stories in the comments below. I read every single one, and the best ones might get featured in future videos. If this journey through the Delaware Quarter fired up your curiosity about rare coins, valuable finds, and hidden history, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. We're just getting started uncovering America's most fascinating numismatic treasures, because every coin has a story. And some of them are still waiting to be discovered.